Doc, really a tale of two halves with Lou tonight.
Yeah.
What can you say about just that second half that
It
he
was
had?
great. In the first two games, they put Austin on them, and we just wouldn't pick. And we thought in the second half, if we could just get a pick on him and gives Lou a running start, he would have the advantage. And I thought that's what happened for him in the second half. And I thought we played at a better pace. We got him a couple of transition buckets as well, which I thought was huge.
Would you comment on Austin Rivers' performance tonight?
He was okay.
Doc over here. Doc, I think you guys went to a 2-1-2 zone, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Can you just, I guess, explain the thinking behind it? And is that something that we'll see?
Yeah, we've done it all year. We do it every game for a minute or two here and there, usually out of timeouts, because most teams when they come out of timeout they have a play, and then they see a zone and they don't run the play. So we do it a lot. It worked except for the rebounding. It's in every zone in the NBA. It's tough because you don't have bodies on bodies, but you do take them out of place.
You guys went with pretty aggressive traps on James. And
Not a good job, but yeah.
That's what I was going to ask about how you felt. 'Cause you did force some
I love
turnovers.
what we did. I just didn't like our execution of it, But, listen, every time you play each other, there's a blueprint that you see, and there's things that you learn. When we go back and watch, we'll see what we could have done better. There's no doubt when James Harden has a lot of attempts, they win games. And so we were just trying to limit his touches and make them work.
You guys went on a 10-2 run in the final minute. How did that happen?
Well, the first one, they didn't see me call a timeout, and so Lou got a three. The second one, we drew up a hammer action and got Kawhi a three. And then the transition three. So, that was 9 right there. And then the last play, Lou said a great pick. All Kawhi needs is an inch. And again, the guys guarding Lou and the guy guarding Kawhi all night, they never switch, and so we put those two together, and we felt because they wouldn't switch, it would give Kawhi a little, just an inch, and he got it.
Coach, the team seems composed in these key moments.
Yeah.
That's not really something you can teach or coach. I mean, how is this veteran team? What's been the reason?
Well, you got Lou, you got Kawhi, you got Paul. PG. So they're going to be composed. They've been in big games. They've been there before. And when you have 3 guys where you can move the ball, you think about it. Each one of them made a shot down the stretch. It helps everyone else when they know they have those 3 on the floor.
Doc, obviously, it's only been a couple games so far. How are you deciding, whether it's late in games or a night tonight when you're playing against 2 superstars, who Kawhi is going to guard, who Paul is going to guard? I mean, they switched on James a little bit.
Well, I would say this: if it was later in the year, you would see them on guys a lot more. I mean, we didn't put James. We put Kawhi on James very late in the game. We put PG on Westbrook very late in the game. They're just not in the condition yet to extend on the defensive end. What helps us is we have Pat, we have Mo Harkless, we have Trez, we have other guys, Rodney Magruder, who can take up the slack for them defensively, and that's really helped us.
Hey, Doc, Mike was lamenting he felt like you were at midcourt in the middle of the play. What was your view on that?
Well, I didn't pick anybody.
Yeah.
If I had ran into someone, then it would have been a technical. I'm so quick. Like ninja-like. So, if you saw me, never mind. I was trying to get a timeout, and no one saw me, including the ref, who I was doing like this to. So, fortunately, we got a 3 on that play. I was glad we did not get the timeout.
Doc, back-to-back games when you win clutch games in the last minute. What have you learned from your team? Obviously, last game was Pat Beverley. This week game was Lou.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm learning. I'm learning we're mentally tough. I mean, we've been down back-to-back games late, and we didn't flinch at all. We just kept playing. We kept our composure in the timeouts. Everybody was calm. We executed down the stretch today. I mean, the 3 that Paul George got out of the timeout, that was a back pick by Jamaica that required timing, and he did it perfect. So That was nice to see. We haven't had a lot of these situations. We haven't had the chance to practice any end of the game plays because our guys have not been practicing. So it's nice that you can execute something sight unseen. I mean, we'd never run that play, and they ran it right. So that tells you a lot about your team.
Doc, was this game kind of about to play out the same way the last one did when Pat fouled out and they started to pull away a little bit? What was different this time than just the last time you played him?
It's interesting. I think offensively we made shots. Ramona, we couldn't make a shot in Houston, and so when you're turning the ball over in Houston and missing shots, you're not going to win the game. Yet even in that game, we stayed close enough. I don't remember the last 3 minutes. I wasn't out there. If you remember that last game, so I didn't enjoy it. You guys, can you tell me what happened? Because I wasn't there.
Doc, I don't know if you can tell Pat to chill, but it seems like he was a bit over-aggressive at times today. Is that something you just live with? Is that something you try to get toned down a bit, or?
You want me to tell Pat to chill?
I said I don't know if you can, but is that something you can just live with?
I have. Really. Some guys you do because it's part of his makeup. It's part of what makes him great too. You hope he has he can guide himself through early fouls. He picked up like 3 silly fouls. He knows it. He always raises his hand. But I keep saying, but you keep doing it, So at some point, he'll figure that out because everybody wants to play. And I know he would have loved to have been on the floor.
That Lou Kawhi pick and roll.
Yeah.
We went to time and again in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Why did that seem like something you just want to keep going with?
Because, the 3 times we've played Houston, they put Austin on Lou. They put Tucker on Kawhi. And they tell both of them don't switch, And so if one gets picked, whoever gets picked, that guy, he has an opening. And we saw it. We ran it. We got a basket. They finally switched it, and then we got Kawhi with Austin guard him. He's too small. Then they didn't switch it, and then Lou got the shot. So it created enough confusion to give us a little cracks so we can get shots.
Doc, PG had 8 assists last game. He had 7 tonight.
Yeah.
Seems like he's taken more of a facilitator role since Kawhi's return. Has that been deliberate, or has that just been how the game is?
It's just how the game's been. He's such a great passer. He really is. We forget he was a point guard for Indiana, maybe for even 2 years, I want to say. So he's played the position where he can handle the ball, and he's been good at it.
Doc, tonight was kind of like a celebration for LA, the New Jerseys. Is it a time for the fans to be excited? What we've seen the last 2 games, also a franchise record in terms of starting the season with the 10-1 at home. Is it an exciting time in that sense?
Yeah, it's amazing. That's a franchise record. That's hilarious in some ways, but it's good. The fans have been phenomenal. It's a difference. You can tell. In the past, when we played teams like Houston and Boston, 60% of the arena sounds like they're for the whole other team. You can see this year there's still other fans that come in, but it's a Clipper fan. You can hear our fans. I think we're finally creating a home court. We've yet to do that since I've been here, and you can finally feel like our guys feel like this is a home court. It's nice. And didn't wait till 4 years. Never mind. I'm just joking. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.